What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I will be going ahead and demoing the new Armani Beauty blushes. I did pick up 3 shades. I will kind of go in depth within the video of the shade names and all of that. So this shade in particular is more of like a plum shade. I definitely wanted to use this one in today's video. I honestly have not used these since I purchased them. I was just kind of waiting to the video. I did pick up this very pretty Barbie pink type of shade, but I feel like we see this so much, so I am going to hold off on this one today. I will still swatch it in the video just so you guys can see. And then last but not least, I did pick up this more apricot shade. I actually tried to open it and my nail kind of ran through it, but I also would like to use this one as well, but I just feel like that would be too mismatch if I do one on each side, but we'll definitely see. Also really quick, I want to shout out this brand that I found on Instagram called Zayoli Beauty. I feel like she's in like Puerto Rico, and I say that because I placed the order Thursday and she shipped on Thursday, and per like the tracking it did say Puerto Rico, but I got my stuff yesterday on Monday and I was just like, wow, very, very fast shipping. So this is her Touch of Soul face and eye sculpting palette. So this is her bronzer palette. It does come with a mirror, and I did swatch some of the shades already, but this just looks so pretty. Did I need it? No, but y'all know me, that's besides the point. And then this is her Sleek Cheek blush palette. So definitely I feel like we do see these colors. I do have some of these colors in other palettes. I know the brand Metamorphosis has some really great blush palettes, but I am also for supporting small businesses. Now the blush palette I will use in another video. Bronzer palette, I'm definitely going to try to demo that today as well. And yeah, you guys, I just want to first come on here and say thank you for those of you that are subscribed, those of you that I talk to in the comments. I consider you as my friends, but just thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing and being there, watching the videos, giving it a thumbs up, because it's not easy, and I definitely feel like some of us really enjoy doing these videos, and sometimes it does get discouraging because I know nowadays a lot of people are into like TikToks and they're into like the reels, like, you know, those short form videos. Me personally, I love watching a good vlog. I don't care how long it is, I will watch that vlog throughout the whole day. If I'm cooking dinner, if I'm doing laundry, whatever. So I still appreciate everybody that I'm subscribed to when they post and upload. And I know sometimes people, you know, you just go missing for a little bit because it could be overwhelming when you're not getting the views that you would hope for, or, you know. And I know a lot of that sometimes goes into quality, but I also think that just in general, everybody is kind of, you know, they're on the short video wave right now. But I'm gonna stay true to what I love, and that is creating these videos. Most of the video might be a voiceover, only because it's starting to get hot outside, y'all. I need that fan going so I'm not in here sweating. But before we jump into the video, if you are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below of what you think of this look. If you picked up anything, if you picked up the Armani blushes, what do you think about them? Like I said, I still have another order coming. I don't know what is going on, but we still have some new makeup, primers, setting sprays, all of that stuff coming to do some more testing new makeup videos. But anywho, y'all, let's jump into the video. So I typically don't start my videos off. I always usually have my brows already done, but I have been lately swapping between the Ardell brow glue that I bought from Walmart. I showed you guys that in a recent video. And then this e.l.f. brow lift. Like, when I say this thing has definitely become my jam. I do like the soap brow look on me a little bit better. So I'm just kind of taking it on a spoolie and just kind of brushing the hairs up, and I'm just gonna let that sit before I actually like shape them. And then once I am done doing that, I have been going in with the NYX Lift and Snatch brow tint pen, and I have mine in the shade black. So just to kind of fill in those gaps. And then I still set with my Nars Soft Matte Concealer in Ginger. I do, not set, but I do outline the under, you know, under the brows. So that way it looks a little bit more cleaned up. But that has definitely been my brow routine. I kind of feel bad because I have not been using like my brow pencils. But like I said, this has just been my jam. And I feel like it just makes me feel a little bit better about my brows because they are so uneven. And the reason is, y'all, I had a friend in high school who used to like arch and do her own eyebrows. And I tried to do it. And baby, I shaved my brows off. And ever since then, they never grew back right. Like, I literally shaved the whole front of my brows off. And it was just so, I was so embarrassed to go to school and stuff. But ever since then, like, the front of my brows are different. And I just feel like it just, you know, it's just always going to be like that. So that is why it's like, for me, I always have two different brows. One just acts right, one doesn't. And even after all these years, my hair just never grew back right. But I'm going to kind of let this dry down before I go in with like the brow pen. Okay, so for primer today, you guys, I am using the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. To me, this is still an oldie but goodie. I know that so many brands have come out with their own dupes, but I'm also going to continue to support this and continue to use what I spent my money on. In the T-zone, I am going to take a little bit of the Glowish Blur Jam, and I'm just going to use that mainly on my pore area, so around my nose area and on my chin. I love that I can mix primers, and that to me is, you know, obviously just from experimenting with different primers, I love the fact that I'm able to layer primers and I don't have any separation or, you know, any weird texture going on with layering the two. So I just want to kind of quickly show you guys too. I am going in with this Italian Spritz palette from Too Faced. I just wanted to kind of show me doing a simple eyeshadow look. It is honestly nothing major. I did use the Crayon Case eyeshadow base, but I end up having to wipe it off because I messed up with cleaning up my brows. So I didn't have much of that eyeshadow base on. But I'm just generally taking like the brown warmer shades in this palette. And then I am just going to do like a pop of that purple shimmer on this brush here. So I did mention that I might go ahead, one of my next videos, even though, you know, girl, it's still Taurus season, so no, just playing. But I am going to kind of recreate the look that I did for my birthday. I didn't, you know, like I said, I was in a funk, y'all. Like, and I think that I just go through those phases. I feel like a lot of people do, unfortunately. But I was just in a funk, you know. I am usually not the type of person. I've never been big on my birthdays. I've never cared about who celebrates with me. But at the same time, you know, when you look around and it's like all I have is like my sister and my husband. Now, my brother and sister-in-law were supposed to be there, but unfortunately my brother, you know, Mr. Clumsy, broke his ankle. So that to me is understandable. But it's just, you know, I just be feeling like I'm kind of, you know, family just ain't what it used to be. And I feel like that goes on both sides, like, you know, mine and my husband's. And, you know, it's just, I've been putting a lot of things into perspective, and it's just, I just needed a moment, y'all, for real. So I do apologize for kind of being MIA as well on my channel. For foundation, of course, as you saw, this is NC42 by MAC. This is their Studio Fix with the SPF 15. This is my second time using this, but it is my first time using this shade by itself. I tried to mix this foundation with another foundation the very first time I tried it. I don't really remember the vibe that I got from that because I was just experimenting and doing something. But I am blending that out with the Makeup by Mario F4 brush. This is my first time using this brush for foundation purposes. and not my blush. I'm not mad at it. I don't feel like I saw any streaking or anything like that. So it wasn't a bad brush to me. I will definitely have to continue using it, but I'm glad I have two of these to kind of mix. You know, obviously, like I said, I do like using it for cream bronzer and blush. So for cream bronzer, I am using the Bounce Magic Fit Creamy Bronzer. So this is like a 2-in-1. Oh, it's a 2-in-1. It comes with like a putty creamy type of highlighter and then the cream blush. So the highlighter is in the shade golden and the bronzer is in the shade nutmeg. Personally, of the two, I do like the bronzer. I have used this bronzer quite a bit. The putty type of highlighter is not really my jam. I don't typically like liquid or creamy highlighters, me personally. Um, but I feel like for as much product as you get with the cream bronzer, I don't feel like this was a bad purchase for me, and I would definitely continue to keep using it. Now to set the under eye, I am going in with the Sephora Collection Translucent Setting Powder. This powder, I believe, is only like $15. I do feel like it is a really good powder. Y'all see, I'm using all brushes. That is definitely new for me. I've done it before, but it's just something about a sponge that I genuinely like. Um, but I was being very lazy in today's video. I did not want to go wet a sponge, but I still feel like the look came out just as good with me using all brushes in today's video as well. And for pressed powder, we are going to go in with the one size, I think this is called the Turn Up the Base pressed powder, or is that the foundation? But anywho, we're setting with the one size. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and jump into the Armani Beauty Luminous Silk Glow Blushes. Now, of the three shades that I picked up, the first shade is called Offbeat number 30, which is the apricot shade. The second shade is the shade called Mystery, which is a plum shade. And then the last shade that I have is called Ecstasy, which is a cool baby pink. I'm showing that these are online only. These are radiant finish, pressed powder formula, long wearing. It says this is a silky powder blush that visibly smooths skin texture and delivers a luminous yet natural looking flush of color. There are 6 shades on Sephora.com and they are going for $38 a piece. So I still swatch them just to kind of show you guys. I personally don't like swatches. I don't feel like it looks the same as when you apply them on the face. I will definitely say that going in with this first plum shade, which again is the shade Mystery, as you could see, I tried to go in with a very light hand, but I did notice some patchiness, and I will definitely kind of go in a little bit closer just so you guys could kind of see that. I was trying to keep it more controlled towards the back of the face so that it wasn't as bad like on the, on the high points of the cheek. But there was definitely some patchiness that I noticed in this shade. I will continue to try to use it, but I do feel like I'm going to have to play around with different brushes to see what works best. Now, I also, out of the 2 shades I used today, I did go in with apricot on the other side. I do feel like that one looked a lot better. And maybe because it is a lighter shade, it was definitely just a simple, clean flush of color. What I will say, if you guys personally, the Armani blushes and the House Lab blushes cost the same. They're both $38. I feel like you get more bang for your buck and better pigmentation with the House Lab blushes than you do these. And just in general, it's cool. They're nice. However, I personally will not pick up any more shades from their blushes. And I don't think that it's a necessary splurge. Like, I don't personally think that you guys have to go out and get these blushes. They're not groundbreaking like, once again, the House Lab blushes. And I keep comparing the two because they are the same price. But again, I just feel like you just get so much more. Like, let me actually check. You get 11 grams of product
in the House Lab blushes, and you only get 3.6 grams in the Armani, and they're the same price. So yeah, House Labs for the win, in my opinion. But y'all can see here, I'm trying to save it. I'm trying to cover up the patchiness. But I love videos like this because it just shows you the realness and rawness. Everything is not going to look perfect on the skin. And I love that.
All right, you guys, so that concludes today's video. I'm really loving the little cool tone lip moment. This is by Anastasia Beverly Hills, the lipstick. It is in the shade Haze, and it is from the satin lipstick line. For lip liner today, I did use Coin Collector by One Size. Coin Collector is the shade. And then over top I went in with Coffee Break from Juvia's Place, little coffee collection gloss. I kept it very simple on the eyes. Personally, let's just jump into the real reason why we were here. The Armani blushes. This is not the shade I used, but okay. So I'm excited to use the pink one. I personally did like the more apricot one. I feel like it blended better. The plum shade, however, it is nice, but it definitely was patchy. So I feel like what kind of helped me, I still see some patchiness here. And I wasn't going to wipe it away or start over because I just want you guys to genuinely see. What I am going to do the next time I use this shade is try to use a different brush. I did try 2 different brushes technically, but I think that first initial application, it was just patchy. So I do still see some patchiness here. I feel like I tried to save it by adding the apricot shade over top. And then on this side I did try to add some of the plum shade to kind of balance out both sides, but I just feel like overall this side looks a lot better than this side. You can definitely see the patchiness. Overall, I think they're nice. I do not think that you need every color. My suggestion is to stick with the lighter shades if you're a little bit concerned about the patchiness, or you know, trying to figure out the right brush to blend out the plum shade. Like I said, it's a beautiful shade. I personally, because I do have it, I'm gonna definitely have to figure out what brush works best. I did try tapping off the excess and all of that, but it still was like boom. So overall, they're nice. I am one person that is like, if you feel like you want to go spend the money to purchase them, by all means, that is your money. You do you. I don't necessarily think that they are life-changing to where you need to go out and get them. And that's just my personal opinion. They're nice. I will continue to use them because they are obviously a pretty penny for just one single blush. that was $38. So that is why I personally say be mindful. I believe House Lab blushes are a little bit cheaper if you wanted a high-end blush, but that's just me. But that is it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Thank you for sticking around to this point. And I hope you all stay safe, be blessed, and have an amazing week ahead of you. I am in the process of recording like a skincare routine. So that should be up also later this week. And I do have another video that I have to do as well. So I probably got about 2 videos coming, maybe more than that, but I'm speaking in terms of this week alone. But I just definitely want to get some content out to you guys because I have been MIA. But yeah, y'all, that is it. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.